Hey guys, how is it going? Hope you're having an awesome day today, like usual. Um, I was on Grindr a couple minutes ago, like usual. And it's one of those love-hate relationships where I just get so frustrated with it that I download it and then I'll be on it for a couple months or whatever, and then I just delete it out of frustration. And then I'll go Grinderless for like a couple months, and then I have to like re-download it because I just get bored. And it's, one of those things you almost have to have if you are gay or bisexual or discreet, interesting guys or whatever, because it's really the only place that you can talk to and meet guys on a regular basis. I mean, there's obviously the bar, but a lot of guys aren't into the bar scene. Gone are the days of, meeting someone at the library or the movie theater. I mean, I can almost hear, grandparents saying, oh, go meet, a nice boy at the library. But you say hi to somebody and you get slapped with a sexual assault charge. Welcome to 2018. So yeah, it's almost a necessity at this point, but I just wish it wasn't like almost the lowest common denominator of interactions with other guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can forge some really nice, relationships and friendships on there. I have at least. But, most of the time it's just a very tedious routine. Um, I mean, I have my face on my profile picture. It's always visible. I'm very confident, I'm very comfortable with who I am. So I never really have anything to hide. It's either like just a straight up face picture, or sometimes I'll post like, I'm not ashamed to post, a shirtless selfie or whatever. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. I mean, if you're confident, then whatever. It's just when you do that, when you post a selfless, when you put a selfie of yourself with your shirt off, it's a double-edged sword, really. You do get a lot more messages, obviously, because the thirst is real. But more often than not, a lot of guys just think you're there to hook up and you're a piece of meat or like a play toy. Um, but it's kind of the risk you have to take. But I feel like I post a picture of myself of my face, and a lot of guys who do have blank profiles will message you, and they have the audacity to ask you for more pictures. It's like, dude, I don't even know what you look like, and yet you're asking me for more pictures. You know what I look like, clearly, because of my picture, and yet there you are, you and your blank profile, and you have the balls to ask me for more pictures. Um, and it's not about me asking you for a picture. I shouldn't have to do that. I don't even ask them for a picture to see their face. I just wait for them to figure it out. And then when I stop talking to them or ignore them, they're like, why'd you disappear? Where'd you go? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, figure it the fuck out. I'm not going to talk to a faceless or like a blank profile. Um, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, being discreet and I guess not wanting to show your face in your profile. There was a time when I didn't want to do that. So I only like took, a picture of, maybe my chest, or like it would be like a shirtless selfie, but conceal my face. Um, but then, if I messaged a guy or a guy messaged me, I would, definitely show him a face picture, Um, I would just send it to him so he knew what I looked like in private through messages. Because I didn't want my face displayed for the whole world to see on my profile. So I understand that, but just having nothing on your profile and then just, expecting me to meet you without knowing what you look like. You know, I, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you look like. Your profile says you're 26, but you could be 46 for all I know. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, being older. I have dated older guys. I genuinely like, there are some pretty hot older guys out there. So, but it's just, you just don't know. People can be so shady. And what makes me even more angry is like the types of profile pictures. Like, it's not even a picture of them. It's like a twig or like it'll be like their arm, or like it'll be like the carpet. I kid you not. They'll take a picture of a wall, or like a tree. It's like that. Why? That's fucking stupid. A twig, a tree. Like why? I don't even talk to guys who have those as their profile pictures. Cause one, it's ugly. You're scrolling through, the grid, whatever, and it's just hard on the eyes. Um, there were guys I had to block just because of their profile picture, because it was genuinely hard on the eyes. Like I would just see it and it would just be like, I can't look at that every time I'm looking through my the grid. So I wish guys would be more considerate when it came to pictures in general, especially what you look like, a profile picture or a face picture. Just I'm not gonna meet you if I don't know what you look like, plain and simple. And a lot of them get very hostile about that. Um, but it is what it is. And then there's the tap function, which I don't really use it. I use it sometimes, but a lot of times I feel like guys use it because they find a guy to be intimidating, or they think a guy is really attractive, but they're too shy to say hello. So then they hit the tap option. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I always have guys tap on me, and I don't think, oh, I'm gonna block them, or um, I'm just gonna ignore them. Um, Obviously, I mean, there's lots of guys I feel, I mean, especially on their profiles, it's always the guys who are, they know they're hot shit, they know they're really attractive, they have the nice body, and in their profile they say, don't tap me or I'll block you, or don't tap me or I'll ignore you. It's like, dude, stop being a douche. Honestly, I don't even talk to guys who have that in their profile. It's probably one of the more douchier things you can do on Grindr. Just block someone for, tapping you. Obviously, the guy thinks you're attractive and he's just trying to let you know, maybe in hopes that you'll message him. And you just threaten him by saying, I'll block you if you tap me. Dude, it's a fucking compliment. I was on this other gay dating app called Surge. It's kind of like Tinder. Um, you either like swipe right if you like the guy, or swipe left. I actually tried signing up for Tinder the other day. I used my email and everything, but it said like error or something, and it wasn't working. So I was like, fuck it, and I deleted it. So I used Surge. I have since deleted it. But there were a couple guys who swiped right on me, who I swiped back right on. If that makes sense. You know what I mean. So it was a match. And I was into them, so I messaged two of them. You know, hey, how's it going? Um, Whatever. And so I didn't hear anything back. And then the next day, I went back to my messages and I see that, the message was deleted. Either they blocked me or they deleted their account. And it's like, dude, you swiped right on me. I swiped right on you. It's a match. And I try and message you and you block me or you delete your profile. It's like, what the fuck? You know? Um, like, I honestly don't fucking get it. Um, and and I was so fucking frustrated. I just fucking deleted the app. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Um, and I guess that's what, a lot of times I just don't feel comfortable messaging guys, because there have been times when, I go back to the tap function where, a guy would tap me and, okay, I'll message him. So I message him, and like he doesn't reply, or like he'll say hi back, but then like he won't, talk to me, and it's like, dude, you're obviously into me, and yet you're not trying to, have a conversation with me. Um, it's just really frustrating. Or obviously, and Grindr's obviously a hookup app. But I like to have actual conversations with guys before I actually meet them. Um, Even if it's just for a hookup, I like to at least get to know them a bit. If the first message you sent me is looking, Question mark. I don't even reply to that. It's like you don't even have the decency to say hi first or hello, how's it going? Um or like you try and have a conversation and it's like it's almost like they're scared of it. It's like you crack a joke or you try and be funny and they just think you're weird, and they stop talking to you. And it's like it's almost like they don't have a personality and they're robotic. Um Dude, all I want to do is, get to know you a bit, or I crack a joke and nothing. Just like stupid little things like that. I don't know. I mean, I do hook up occasionally, obviously, like most people when you're single. But I like to think that, who wants to just hook up with people for the rest of their lives? Just day in and day out. Don't you want to at least try and have a relationship with someone? At least for me, like, obviously I'm attracted to someone's physical appearance, but more so I'm attracted to someone's personality. So, I might not be extremely attracted to you, but if I get to know you and I talk to you, I could be just as attracted to your personality, and if anything, that's hotter. Like your sense of humor, the way you talk, playful banter, flirtation. I mean, it's so incredibly sexy. You have no idea. Um, I don't know. It's just and like I haven't really been in a relationship for about over a year now, maybe a year and a half. Um, and some people are like, "Oh, why haven't you been in a relationship for a year and a half?" Blah blah blah. It's like I'm looking for quality over quantity. The same guys who question why I haven't been in a relationship for a year and a half are the guys who have like four relationships in a year and they only last like 2 months. And I know a lot of guys like that. They'll, find a new guy to date and they'll update all their profile pictures, so they're a couple now. Um, and then like after like 2 months, like the relationship ends. I mean, one can say that they're like trying and they're testing the field, but I've been there. I've tested the field. I know what I want now. Like I said, I'm not necessarily waiting for my knight in shining armor. I'm just looking for somebody who I can have more of a long term relationship with. I'm The longest relationship I've had was probably 10 months. Um, and that's what I want. I want something that lasts, not a quick, not to just some arm candy I can post on social media. I'm finally dating someone. Here they are, and update all my profile pictures so everyone can see I'm dating someone. In like 2 months, the relationship ends. Um, so yeah, it's frustrating. I will say though, there's this other dating app called Scruff. I actually like a lot more than a Grinder. I think when you sign up, you actually have to prove you're a real person. You can't be like a robot or anything. And they have a system on there similar to like what a tap is on Grinder. It's like a woof. Which I think works a lot better on Scruff. I feel like Scruff is a lot better for communicating and having genuine conversations with guys. Where I feel like Grinder, it's like anybody can sign up for Grinder. It's like honestly, like you don't even need to need any valid proof of who you are. You just sign up, and like literally anyone can just sign up. Um, Whereas I feel like a Scruff is more quality. At least that's from my experience. I definitely enjoy it a lot more. Um, so yeah, I mean, those are just kind of the frustrating aspects that I have right now when it comes to, dating apps in general. I tried OkCupid also. Again, I didn't really find anything on there. It's really hard to, make interactions on OkCupid. I don't know if it's my area, because I do live in a smaller city. Um, or I don't know. It is what it is. I deleted that app too. Plenty of Fish, I never really tried. Um, I don't know. I actually know a lot of relatives. Well, originally, why I didn't want to sign up for Plenty of Fish. This was back when I was kind of in the closet, and um, I knew a lot of relatives on Plenty of Fish, so I didn't want to like go on there and even list myself as bisexual because of course I wasn't out yet, so I kind of stayed away from it. And to this day, I still kind of stayed away from it. I mean, my dad uses it, so I don't want to use the same dating app that my dad uses. That's gross. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. There is still hope for Grinder. I genuinely still like doing it. Regardless of everything I just said. You can meet some pretty decent people on there. But you kind of have to dig through all, the gunk and, the trash to find the gems. Um, yeah. So anyway, that is just what I wanted to say on the matter. If you have any stories, if you have any like horror stories you want to share, leave a comment. Did you go on a date with someone who you thought was, they sent you pictures of what they looked like, and you're like, oh yeah, I like how they look, blah blah blah. And then, you meet them at like McDonald's or like a Starbucks, and they do not turn out who they said they were or what they looked like in their pictures. Luckily, I've never had a situation like that happen to me. Usually the guys I've met have been on point to what their pictures looked like. Um, but yeah, I'm always interested in, horror stories like that. And, were there like any uncomfortable situations? Obviously, when it comes to dating, you'll always experience uncomfortable situations. I want to hear from other people and their stories and what they experienced. Maybe anything similar to, what I've experienced or whatever. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Yeah, and happy grindering, guys. Take care.